Good morning guys, welcome back to the Sullivan family. It's beautiful here this morning. I've just come back from the school run, so it's just gone 9 o'clock. The sun's starting to come up and it's very pretty. The sun. It's very cold, but it's very pretty. It's very peaceful. Apart from that van just going past. It's peaceful. Makes a change because my morning has not gone to plan, particularly this morning. So Joseph went to bed really well last night. The girls had dancing and obviously I was out with them, so I warned him in the morning, I told him in the morning that Isabel and Olivia, because they help with bedtime and bath time, that they were going to be sorry, I thought the post was for me. So yeah, I warned him that Isabel and Olivia were going to be out at dancing and that I was going to be out with them, but that I would give him a shower when I got home. So just wait for me. One of his things is the shower, and he hates it, and for some reason he won't let Ben shower him. So it either has to be me or Isabel, or sometimes Olivia. So I said to him, right, well, you can wait for me to get home and then we'll get that sorted when I get back. And that was all fine. So I got back at like 6 o'clock after dropping the girls at a different dance class, and he said, oh, I've been waiting for you. Went to give him a shower, good as gold. And then we've started giving him a warning before he goes to bed. We say, you know, it's 10 minutes until lights off, so you've got 10 minutes to play, and then or read or look at your book or watch your iPad or whatever. And then it's lights out, apart from his lights, dinosaur lights, but it's time to go to bed. And that's been working really well. So not always, because the other night it just went completely wrong, but you know, it worked really well last night. Well, anyway, this morning he got up and it was awful from the moment he got up, really. I don't know why he got upset when he got up. I think because everyone else had got up before him, and normally he's one of the first ones up. So he was upset because of that. And we managed to calm him down, and then he got upset because his sleeve of his pyjamas got wet, so we took them off and put his onesie on, but then he didn't want to wear his onesie, so we took that off. Then he wanted his Spidey jumper on, so we put his Spidey jumper on. So that was that battle dealt with. And then I don't quite know what happened. Oh, Ben went to go to work and he turned around and Joseph had snuck up behind him, and he sort of not fell on him, but stood back into him. Well, that just sent him in. He told Ben that he hated him. And I said to him, you know, Daddy, it was an accident. Daddy didn't mean to stand into you. But that just sent him into like a spiral of about 90 minutes of, we tried to calm him down, tried to get him to eat his breakfast. He'll shout for like Isabel, and Isabel's she starts her exams today, so she was I was trying to keep her, you know, on a level, because she's had to get ready for school to go to exams, so I didn't want her to have to deal with anything else this morning, really. And then so finally we managed to get him to calm down. He didn't really eat his breakfast because he was too stressed out to eat his breakfast. And in the end, to be fair, I just had to let him scream it out for a bit. I'm being dripped on. Scream it out for a bit in the end, because I couldn't kind of get him to calm down. And after he'd kind of screamed it out for a bit, he calmed down and went and sat on my bed for a bit. And then he sat and played with Leah. And I kind of made it a bit better. And he did calm down after that, which was good. But then Florence died. Florence is teething at the moment. She's, bless her, she's just cut two front teeth, but she's obviously in pain, and we've given her, you know, the crystals and this and that and the other, and things do work. Calpol when it gets really bad, but she's been struggling the last couple of days with teething. So then she was majorly grumpy, and then it's just been one of those mornings where everybody has had a problem of some sort, and you just think, and people just keep chucking stuff at you, and you just think, I just don't, it's just one of those mornings. Anyway, they've gone off to school. So all is quiet for a minute. Joseph stayed at home because Olivia's on study leave, but she doesn't have any exams for next week. So he stayed at home this morning, and Isabel's gone off for her exam. Because they've got prelims. So their study leave starts today, and her first exam is today, which kind of doesn't seem fair, but so be it. So like I say to them, you can only do what you can do. You can't, you can't do any more than you can do. I know they work hard at school, and you can't do any more than that, can you? Everybody is different in the way that they revise, everybody is different in the way that they study, everybody is different in the way that they learn. I've learned that over the last few years of having, Lizzie's obviously she had her exams during COVID, so it's just been a bit of a roller coaster, really, where exams are concerned for like Lizzie and for Olivia and for the twins, really, as well. So it's kind of their high school life has not been the easiest. Lizzie's probably had the best out of it because obviously she did quite a few years before COVID hit, but for the other ones, most of their high school has been through COVID, so it's not been the easiest for them, and I do really feel for them that they have fallen behind. Everybody seems to have fallen behind, and primary have had the time to catch up, but secondary haven't, and the state of everything nowadays is not been good for them. So, but like I always say, education is important, but it's not everything, and you can only do the best you can do. I'll never put pressure on them to tell them what they should be doing or anything like that. You need to be able to do it for yourself and want to do it for yourself, and I'll give them all the support that they need. I'll help them with whatever I can, but they can only do what they can do. So I know that she wants to do her exams. Well, they all do. So but like I say to them, you can just do your best. That's all you can do, and don't get too stressed about it, and don't worry about it too much, because it will be what we will be, won't it, really? So anyway, I'm going to go inside now. I don't really know what's going on at the moment. I started off the beginning of January, very kind of, when Ben was still off work, kind of, we're going to do this, and I'm going to get this done, I'm going to sort this out. And somehow, since he went back to work, I started off, sorting out stuff in the dining room and getting this bit sorted and that bit sorted. And since he's gone back to work, obviously everybody went back to school on Monday. Then I had the little ones all off on Tuesday because their school was on strike. And they went back to school Wednesday, but I had the older ones off school because their school was on strike. So I kind of feel like every day, everything's just been all over the place, and I've been trying to catch up on stuff and do little bits here and there, but it's just not kind of happened, really. And I was thinking, I just don't know what's happened. It's just been so much other stuff to deal with. Obviously, we've got all the twins' birthdays coming up. So yesterday I spent the whole morning sorting out presents that they wanted and ordering things and that sort of stuff. And before you know it, it's lunchtime, and then before you know it, it's time to go and pick them up from school, and then we're back into the dance routines and dance classes and all that sort of stuff. So the day's sort of gone. Sat down last night to do some stuff, fell asleep. So it's just, I'm gonna try and get some bits and bobs sorted today. But like I always say, I'm my own worst enemy, because I'll say to other people, just do one thing a day. If you can, just do one thing a day. It's better than not doing anything. It makes you feel like you've achieved something, but I'm my own worst enemy, because I'll do one thing and then I'll think that's not enough, I haven't done enough, why have I not done more than that? So I'm kind of feeling a little bit like my head is all over the place at the moment. I don't feel, and obviously we've got, we're looking for somewhere to rent, so I'm kind of not, we've lived here nearly 10 years, and when you've lived in a house for so long, you know what you're cleaning, you know what you're sorting, you know what you're doing. But it's difficult now because it's pointless doing too much sorting out, because we're going to be leaving in not too long a time. It's pointless doing too much deep cleaning, because we're going to have to deep clean when we leave anyway. So I'm just kind of, normally I think I would have gone in straight in, right, we're going to gut the dining room and we're going to sort all of that out, but it's kind of like, well, we're going to be leaving in not too long a time, so I don't want to be pulling everything out to clean it all, to put it back, to then pack it and do it again. So I think I'll just pick some simple things. I know I've got to sort through Florence's clothes at some point because she's starting to grow out of all of her stuff. Her little legs are starting to... There's a little robin. Oh, I would have shown you, but he's flown away. We've got a little robin that comes all the time. Anyway, see, that's what my brain is doing at the moment. I just keep going off on a tangent and like, oh, hello, little robin. Look. Okay, don't look. He flew away. He was right in front of me. He flew away. Yeah, my brain's just going off on a tangent all over the place at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of a day in the life because I don't really... I started off filming with the jigsaws and sorting everything out, and I don't really know what to do next. I've got lots of things that need doing, so I'm just going to kind of get some bits and pieces done today. I need to sort through the coat rack because I've got coats on there that don't fit, and it's just becoming overflowing. Need to go in the bag. Some need to just be washed and put away. I need to sort the shoe racks out at some point as well because they're a mess. Again, I've got shoes on there that are too small and all those sorts of things. So I think that's where I will start today. I also need to make a chilli for tea, and yeah, so I think we're going to go in and make a start. I think I should have kept my hat on. What's going on? I need a haircut. Right, so one of the first things I do in the morning, I've got spots as well. One of the first things I do in the morning when I get back from the school run, obviously, so I really must try and film like my first thing in the morning thing, but it's really difficult because I get up at like 4:30 in the morning, have a shower, get dressed, sort some washing out while Ben has a shower, and then we go downstairs, and then I clean up, wipe down all in the kitchen because the cat sleeps in the kitchen at night, and it doesn't matter how many times we've given him a bed or a blanket or anything else, he sleeps on the side because that is where he likes to sleep, but he does like to have a wander as well. So obviously work surfaces, animals, so I'll wipe down all the sides, anti-bac all the sides in the morning. He's got long fur, so the winter time's not too bad because he doesn't shed in the winter, but the summertime, spring, summer, he starts to shed and there'll be fur everywhere. But bless him, you know, he's getting on a little bit now. Well, he's about, what must he be? 7 or 8 now. So he likes what he likes, and we just leave him to it because that's what he likes. And he sleeps in the kitchen at night because we have to keep him, ever since he was a kid, he gets shut in the kitchen because otherwise he goes around and tries to wake people up. So he stays in there, and he's happy with that. He's done that all his life. That's where he's happy. He's happy in sleeping in the kitchen on his own at night. He has a little bit of a wander around. He's got his food, he's got his drink, he's got his litter tray. He's happy. Anyway, so I go in, wipe down the surfaces, clean the floor, because it gets hoovered at night, but I'll clean it with disinfectant. I can't think of the word. Disinfectant in the morning, disinfect all the floor down. Obviously change the water in the steriliser, clean down the drainer, do the washing up, and then it's pack lunches, breakfast, etc. And then once all the breakfast is done, obviously Ben's gone off to work. I'll put a load of washing on as well, which should have finished by the point that I come upstairs. Excuse me. So I'll then come upstairs, put the washing away, kind of potter about for half an hour, just doing bits and bobs, while the other older ones have kind of getting themselves up and sorted. Then I'll get all the little ones dressed and ready for school, washed and dressed for school, hair, all those sorts of things. Try and put one load of washing out, another load of washing on, and then I'll eat my breakfast, because I can't eat my breakfast first thing in the morning, so I have to wait until like 8, half 8 to eat mine because I just can't do it. So then and then pretty much it's time to go to school. So that's kind of what I do from 4:30 till like 9:15 in the morning when I take them up to school. And then there's always, you know, we've been out for hours, but there's always the mad panic of where is my coat, where are my shoes, where are my school bag, I need the toilet, all those sorts of things. And you think, I really ought to get ready earlier because we always end up running up the road. But anyway, such is life. Obviously the older ones get themselves up, get themselves sorted, and they go off down to school earlier than everybody else, because they start earlier. So I really would try and film that in the mornings, but it's just too chaotic. I don't have enough time to, this is why when we've done programs and stuff, TV programs and stuff, they film it, and that's great because they can film it and you can just get on with stuff and just kind of step over them. But when you're trying to film it yourself, it's really difficult. So anyway, one day I'll try and do it. But that's what happens before school. When I get back in from school, Flo's down for a nap at the moment. So I will come and clean the toilet and the bathroom. So I clean them around every day. I think I said this in a vlog the other day. I clean them, like, deep clean them. Well, it's due this weekend. The bathroom is due this weekend. I did the toilet last weekend. That is like cleaning the walls, you know, everything, the windows, the walls get cleaned down, disinfected, the whole lot. But on a day-to-day basis, I will wipe around the toilet, disinfect the toilet, clean the floor, bathroom. In here, I mean, our bathroom's a bit of a shocking mess, to be honest, because of the mould and the everything else, but it is what it is. We just put up with it. Clean the bath. Don't even look at the shocking. It's just shocking. It's just, the ceiling's not too bad at the moment, but actually the mould is not too bad at the moment because we've got the heating on a fair amount. It kind of keeps the mould. It's when you haven't got the heating on, and even though you've got the window open, because it doesn't get a chance to warm up, that's when the mould at its worst. And it's far worse since they did the roof as well. But at the moment, touch wood, it's not too bad. But the paint is all peeling at the moment on the ceilings. Anyway, I'm not going to show you that too much because it's a bit embarrassing. Obviously, it's military housing. There's not really much we can kind of do about it. It just is. It is what it is. But I keep it clean as much as I can. So I'll clean around the bath, clean around the sink, wipe the surfaces down, clean the floor. Obviously, we've got lots of girls. Lots of girls with long hair. Hair gets everywhere. Obviously, hair can get wrapped around babies' fingers, things like that. So I'll clean all that. That's the first thing I do when I come back from the school run, because otherwise it plays on my mind. So once that is done, I can get on with the other bits and pieces. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I've cleaned in here, got rid of the hair, cleaned the bath. There's a lot of people using our bath every day. We've only got one bathroom, and obviously the little ones have a bath, everybody else has a shower. I've just realised how tired I look in that light, so we'll find a different light. I bought this the other day in Home Bargains, this one. Winter Angel. It smells amazing, I love my Fabulosa. I love it. Anybody who's been following us for a while will know I love this disinfectant. And the only thing is that you find a flavour that you really like, scent that you really like, and then they just stop doing it and they do a different one. But so I'm always trying out new ones, but this one smells lush. It smells really, really lovely. Anyway, I'm finished in here, so I'm just going to go around and turn off all the lights, because, you know, every single light in every single room will be left on when they go to school. Doesn't matter how many times I say turn the lights off, every single light. But in fairness, it's still dark when they go to school at the moment. So it's my second load of washing just done. It's still dark when they go off to school in the morning, which is why the lights are still on, because obviously it's still dark. But then when I come back, all the lights are still on. But now they're off. So all the bedrooms are tidy. That's something else actually I forgot to say. I tidy all the bedrooms. Well, the older ones make their own beds, and like Eva makes her own bed. Toby and Noah make their own beds. So all the little ones' beds, tidy all of those. Make our bed. Doesn't look like it's been made because everyone's been sat on it. Actually, that's something else I did yesterday. So I sorted through. Eva had a load of stuff in her wardrobe that she doesn't wear anymore. She's kind of, I mean, she's just turned 11 in September, but she's quite tall. In fact, she's taller than Olivia. She's probably nearly as tall as Isabel. I mean, none of us are tall. I'm only 5'2". The kids, you know, Olivia's quite little. She's probably not going to grow anymore. They're all around sort of my height or shorter. None of us are going to be very big. When I say tall, I mean tall for us. So Eva's quite tall for her age. So she's kind of in between sizes. Like some of the stuff she had in the wardrobe was still 10 to 11, some of it is 11 to 12, but quite often now she'll buy adult sizes because she likes things to be baggier anyway. She finds it more comfortable. So a lot of the stuff she bought for Christmas was sort of adult, a lot of it was from Shein, and it was adult extra small. So she's kind of wearing the same sort of sizes as the older girls because she's at that kind of age. So anyway, we went through her wardrobe and got rid of some stuff. So I've bagged up some of these bits to go away. These are what the Shein bags are great for, is putting clothes in, because obviously I've got all the clothes in backpack totes, but until I can kind of get them all out, because they're all in various places around the house, until I can kind of get them out, rather than having piles of clothes waiting to be put away, I'll put them in bags with labels on of what size they are, and then I can just slip them into whichever kind of space there is in the wardrobe, and then next time I get the tote out I can put them away in that, because otherwise, you know, I've got to get it out from the wardrobe or wherever it is. A lot of them are up high, the little one stuff is in here, you've kind of got to move everything out of the way, then you've got to unvacuum it, put all the stuff in and pack it back up again. So what I'll do is like I said, I'll put it into bags with the label on, probably put it into the wardrobe with the actual totes in, and then the next time I get it out I can just put it all away. And the other thing I was doing was I put away all of the 6 to 9 month Christmas clothes, which will go into the 6 to 9 month bag anyway. I've put away some of Florence's first Christmas clothes to go in her memory box. So you probably saw her in that little candy cane outfit. I adored that little outfit. And then my first Christmas sleep suit and my first Christmas bodysuit, they'll all go in her memory box. And then I sorted out all the new stuff that she got for Christmas, which is mainly 9 to 12 months. So I'm going to do a vlog at some point, probably be next week now because Friday's tomorrow, of all the 9 to 12 month stuff that she's got, because we're going to need to get it out soon because obviously she's growing. So that was kind of a quick kind of which way am I going? That way. Clothes kind of sort out, because there was just piles of stuff on my bed and some of it needed putting away and other things needed doing something else with it. So yeah, that was kind of what I did yesterday, so I need to put those away at some point. So yeah, I think one of the things I find really helpful to do, especially when my brain is a little bit kind of, my mind is wandering quite a lot, is to do things in stages. So instead of going, right, I've got all those clothes in that pile, they all need to go away, I'm going to have to get that out, that big tote out and put them all in there, I'll break it down. Right, so I've put it in another pile the other day. You know, I split the piles down of what I'd sorted. I got all the stuff out one day that was too small and put it in a pile, and then the next time I had a spare 10 minutes I split it into sizes, because I put everything away into sizes. What's going on with my hair? I put everything away into sizes, age, because it's easier really to get the next stuff out. It's just how I kind of organise everything. So yeah, like I said, the next day I've got a spare 10 minutes. I'll split it into 2 different piles, and then those piles sat there for a couple of days. And then I was like, right, I'm going to put them in bags with a label on it, so that they can then go somewhere else. So it's kind of like, it's one job that if I had lots of time I'd be able to do all in one, but I don't have lots of time. I'm always up against time. I've always got other things to do. Obviously I've got little ones at home, other things need doing, so I find it a lot. And some days, to be honest, I can't always cope with doing a big job. I just don't always feel like I can kind of do it, and then I'll end up putting it off and it won't get done. And I did that a lot for a lot of years. I put things off rather than just doing them in stages. I used to think it's too big a job, I can't do it. Obviously not the clothes, that's not a massive job, but what I mean is in general, you know, that whatever is too big a job, I can't do it, so I'll put it off. So the way that I started working around it a few years back was to just, like I said, just do things in stages. So just, you know, pick the job that needs doing. You can apply it to absolutely anything, but I used to find that things would just get so overwhelming that I couldn't manage them. So my way of doing it was, you can apply it to cleaning, you can apply it to sorting things out, you can apply it to pretty much anything at all. any job, even if it's a job that only takes half an hour, you know, you might not have half an hour, but you might have 10 minutes. So just in that 10 minutes, just do one part of that job. Like I said, you know, take the clothes out that need sorting, and then the next day come back, sort them into different piles, and the next day come back and put them, and then the next day, you know, the next time you've got a spare half an hour or 10 minutes, put them where they really belong. So it's just, it was the way I overcame finding things overwhelming when I was really struggling with my mental health, which is yet another video that I promised that I'd do, and I haven't done it because I haven't really been in the right headspace to do it in the past sort of 8 months, really, year. Obviously, you know, I was pregnant at one point, and then we had Flo, and then, you know, we've got things going on with Joseph and other things going on, so I haven't kind of been in the right headspace to do a video on my mental health or mental health in general, but I promise I will do it at some point. But I know that when I was really struggling with my mental health, that everything felt overwhelming. Everything felt overwhelming. Everything felt like impossible, and I used to think, I just can't do it, I can't do it. And, you know, and on those days, just keeping yourself, you know, just getting up, getting dressed, sorting the kids out, all those sorts of things. Those are the things that are important. And if that's all you can do on those days, that's great. But, you know, I know for me, after a while, I was like, I need to start getting stuff sorted. I can't keep feeling overwhelmed at everything, which is when I kind of started looking into different ways of managing things. And the one way that I found to manage things was to break everything down, everything down, which is one of the reasons actually that I fold my washing when it comes out of the washing machine. So when it comes out of the washing machine, I'll fold it all in the washing basket, so that I can then put the washing basket upstairs, and if I don't get a chance to put it out there and then, it doesn't get all crumpled up because I've folded it. I'm not talking like, you know, professional folding. I just mean fold it up when it comes out, shake it, fold it, so that it will be okay for an hour until I can get around to doing it. It's those little things, and I've kind of carried them on through the rest of life, really, if you like. I found many ways over the years of just finding things that work for me to help me through situations, and to help me when I'm feeling anxious or when I'm feeling overwhelmed with things. And they're the kind of things that just stick on all the days, even, you know, on good days when everything's fine, and, you know, you're not struggling with any mental health problems or any anxiety problems or anything else, or, you know, when everything is just fine and dandy, it still helps on those days as well, because you just get used to doing things that way. So yeah, that's probably one of my biggest tips, I think, is to just break everything down. You know, don't look at a room that needs cleaning and go, I've got to clean the whole thing. Just do one thing. And as I said earlier in the video, I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to this, because I'll still reprimand myself for not doing it all. I'll still say to myself, I should have done all of that. But that's just my own kind of battles that I have in my own head. So anyway, I think I'm going to go down and get the washing out, get some snacks sorted for Joseph and Flo, who's just woken up from a nap and has stolen my toothbrush. Gave her my toothbrush for 5 minutes to keep her quiet while I was cleaning in the bathroom, to keep her quiet, but, you know, to keep her occupied. And now she won't give it back. She's got her own toothbrush, but she won't give mine back now. So I tried to take it back, she won't give it back. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do that, and then after that I'm gonna try and sort the coats out. Right, so they've had snacks, I've done the washing. I'm going to tackle this here, this coat. Considering that most of the people in the house, apart from a couple, are out with a coat on, this is what we've got left. I don't even know how many coats and why we've got so many coats. Just turn the heating down a bit because it's warm. So, a lot of these, some of them even, are grown out of. Most people have got like a couple of coats, because like the girls have got older coats, so they don't really grow so much now, so they've got new coats that they have for Christmas, and then they've obviously got old coats that they'll wear, you know, out and about if they're going other places, walking and stuff. I don't know where Ben's got so many coats. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how he's got so many coats, but a couple of them need to go like in the charity bag because he doesn't wear them. Obviously this is the coat that causes a lot of problems. This is Joseph's dinosaur coat, which he helped me to choose, but now he will not, he refuses to wear it, he hates it. I think it's because it's quite stiff here, and for some reason, it's a really nice coat. It's a nice coat. He just won't wear it. I think it's, I don't know why. I don't know. He just doesn't like the feel of it for some reason. So I think it's only been worn a couple of times. I think I'll probably wash it up and try and sell it or something. Because now he's got this one, which is an old one of Toby's and Noah's, but it's soft and he likes it, so that's fine. So anyway, I'm going to have a go through. I'm going to take off what we don't need. Either they'll be washed up to put into charity, washed up to be put away for somebody else, or put in the rag bag if they're gone past us using them. So I'm going to time lapse it because otherwise we'll be here all day. Fingers crossed. It'll be quick. It'll be easy. I won't be left ones that I don't want to do with, and I think I just don't know what to do with them. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now. Right, so this is the pile that I'm left with to sort out. So those are the ones that actually need to be up there. And obviously people have got their coats on at school. They are like the second coat, if you like, Flo's coat, 𝚲𝚃, my coats. Ben's got his on, the girls have got theirs on. Those are the ones that have either been grown out of or not worn anymore, or ripped and with holes in. That's also the double pushchair that we ordered, which has just been delivered, which will hopefully help us to get out for some walks with Joseph. Fingers crossed. So we had the nipper before for the others. So we had the very original first one for the older twins. We didn't at first, actually. We had a McLaren twin techno at very first, and I remember getting stuck. I mean, you're going back quite a few years. We actually had it for Lizzie and Livy when they were small, and then when we had the twins, obviously we had it for them. But I remember getting stuck in Benson in the snow with a pushchair that doesn't do snow, and I was just like, this is not, we need to get something better. So we got a twin, a nipper double for them, which was amazing. That was the very first version, but obviously we sold that when we had Noah. We didn't need it anymore. And then when we had, I think, Eva and Toby together, a small, I bought another nipper double. I think it was either a V2 or a V3. I can't remember which. But that was the one that we had then right the way through. We had it with the twins. I got the carry cots. We had it with the twins. We had it with, and then we had it with Agnes and Joseph as well. We've got a Bugaboo as well, Buffalo, which we bought second hand, and has done us through. I can't remember who I had it for. Must have been Agnes, and then Joseph, and then obviously Flo now. But yeah, so our other nipper went through quite a few children, and it was brilliant. It's one of my favourite ever pushchairs. But it kind of had its day, and it needed quite a few things doing to it, and we weren't using it, to be fair. So I gave it away. I gave it to somebody and sort of said, you know, it needs a bit of TLC, but it's still, ultimately the brake was a bit, you know, the brake needed fixing, it needed a new handlebar, all those sorts of things. But I said, if anyone's willing to, you know, put some money into it and do it up, it'd be a perfectly good buggy again. And we just weren't using it, so we got rid of it. Fast forward to now, and obviously Joseph won't walk, so anyway, I've gone for a nipper again because of how much I love them. And you never know, it might come in handy in the future as well, you don't know. But anyway, so that is the pile of coats that I'm going to sort through. Some of them, they probably all need a wash. Some of them will be put away. Some of them, there's a couple there of Ben's that he doesn't need anymore, which I might actually sell, because they're, you know, quite new. There's one of mine which needs to go in the rag bag probably, or to charity. So yeah, I'm just going to have a sort through and see what we need to do with them. But ultimately, it's looking neater already. We'll ignore that pile down there. We'll just ignore that and just take the win when we've got it. She's very grumpy. I'm going to sort through this and then I'm going to do lunch. You'll have to excuse the noise because I've got the tumble dryer and the washing machine on, because it's raining outside and I need to get extra washing done, so I'm using the tumble dryer. Right, so we've had lunch. The baby's gone down for a nap, although I'm not sure if she's sleeping. I've got another load of washing on. I'm working my way through the pile of coats to be washed, to then pass on to where they need to be. Either putting them away or charity or selling them. There's a few bits that Ben's barely worn, that he's had, that he's got a North Face fleece that he doesn't wear anymore, that I don't even think he wore that much, so I'm going to try and sell that. And he's got a super dry coat which I'm going to try and sell because that doesn't fit him anymore. So yeah, they're in the washing machine. I've got to pick the kids up in about an hour and a half. No, hang on. Yeah, about an hour and a half. Erin's actually just come home from school because the school said that her ears were sore, but she says her ears aren't sore. I think she's just finding a lot of noise in the classroom really overwhelming at the moment, where her hearing is not great. I think it's really strange, isn't it? Because they can't hear very well, but obviously there's a lot going on, and when it's very, very noisy in the classroom, she can't distinguish all the different noises, so it must just sound like noise. And she says she has noises in her ears, like whistling sounds in her ears, and I think that can only be from the glue ear. So and obviously because she's not hearing very well, so I think it just gets a bit overwhelming for her. So Olivia's just gone and picked her up from school, so she's home, but she's fine. She's absolutely fine. She's not poorly. I think she just finds it a bit tiring. Anyway, I'm going to make a really quick chilli. I've got my apron on. Agnes's apron, should I say. Because I'm wearing white and I'm making chilli, and I've already fed the baby lasagna for lunch, and she decided to spit it all over my t-shirt. So this is why I don't wear white. So I'm going to make a very quick chilli, because so the younger ones have got dancing this evening, Olivia's got dancing this evening, so I'm out this evening, she's out this evening, I'm kind of in and out. The little ones will be back. So I'm just going to make a chilli so it's on the stove for whoever wants it, and obviously me and Ben and Olivia can have it later when we all get in later on. So just simple. I'm just going to time lapse it because I'm just doing it from a packet mix, but if it's something that anybody wants me to do a video on at some point, I can, because I haven't done a cooking video for a while, but it is just a normal bog standard chilli. But I'm going to time lapse it, and yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. anyway, so that's it. Chili is bubbling away. So I'll just leave that for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then I'll just leave it on the stove. Ben can heat up what he needs later for the little ones, or the people that are at home, and I will, and then we'll eat the rest of it, or some of it, this evening. I've made double the amount, so we'll probably have enough to freeze a couple of portions as well for next week, either for us or for the girls. It's always handy to have something that they can have when they get in late. It doesn't really require much cooking. So I'm about halfway through the day now, guys. I've got obviously I've got to pick them up from school in about an hour. I'm going to do a bits of the computer in a second. I've got to pick them up from school in an hour, and then come back, sort the lunch boxes out, pack up their lunch boxes again, because the little ones have packed lunch for their tea on dance nights, because we're out for sort of over tea time and it's just easier. And then take them all up to dance lessons. The twins are out, Agnes is out, and then Olivia stays over in 𝚘𝙗. Yeah, so Liv stays over in 𝚘𝙗. I bring the little ones back home. I'm picking Lizzie up from college as well tonight. She's got some stuff to bring back. Bring them home, they'll have a bath, shower, get ready for bed. Oh, I did mention earlier actually as well about Joseph hating the shower. And I know some people will sort of say, why don't you try him with the bath? He hates the bath as well. He just hates water on his face. So showering is better than bathing, because he'll tolerate a shower better than he will a bath, but some days he won't tolerate either, so just has to have a wash. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that will then be them back for bedtime. I'll go back out and get some shopping, pick Liv up about 8ish, then come home and do some other bits, and then we'll eat tea, and then we'll go to bed, and that will be the day. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna finish my bit of the video here, because obviously the rest of the day is just a bit of carnage, in and out, in and out, in and out. But I think I'll try and I can do that actually. Sometimes I do chili with like peppers and stuff in it as well, so maybe I'll do a cooking video like that next week, and I'll try and do more of these sort of day in the life videos. Sometimes you're a bit like, I don't really know what to do, and then I end up just chatting about everything, and it kind of helps me through the day, and you know, helps me to kind of voice what's going on in my head, and hopefully it helps other people to listen and know that, you know, other people are kind of going through the same thing in their heads as well. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop us a like and subscribe if you're not already. Check out our link tree for our other social media. TikTok is just, can't get our account back. We've lost it. It's really annoying. So we can't I've just lost all the followers and everything. So it's really, really annoying. But we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook. And we will see you in the next video, which will probably be over the weekend.